I am Takanuva, Toa of Light.
Wait, why'd you change your name again?
Because I am Takanuva, Toa of Light.
Okay then.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another recap review. Today I'm going over the final 2003 Titan, the everlong sought-after Takanuva. Set number 8596, the approximate amount of parts is 197, and at time of release, the set was approximately $30. I find that very interesting, considering all the other Titans that we have looked over these last few weeks have been $20. I do personally believe that the price jump is due to Takanuva's coloration and the fact that it is a high-profile set and the quote-unquote mascot of the Mask of Light movie. Let's get right into it. Let's put this to the side for a little bit and look at Takanuva. Now, Takanuva is the only Toa to be released in 2003. As you can see, he's all white, which may seem like he'd be a Toa of ice. However, the gold and the new mask tells us he is a Toa of light, making him very special. He carries the Toa Mata Toa Nuva build, having eyes from Galley and the basic build of Toa Mata, but the arms and kind of overall look of a Toa Nuva, even the armor. So he's a Toa Nuva. What are the pros? The pros are gear function. You turn the gear right back here and his weapon will swing up and down. He does have a non-gear dependent arm. I find that to be a pro. His color scheme, while it does take the white from the Ko Matoran and Ko Toa, is unique in that he has gold. So it does give him a very distinct look, because he's entirely white except for his golden armor. More pros would be good posability. Like I said, he has a unique look. So that would probably be about it for the pros. If you really want an in-depth opinion on what I think about the Toa build, then go look at one of the Toa Nuva reviews. You pretty much get the gist of it. Cons would probably be the emptiness in his left shoulder, but this is due to the arm. The ball back here instead of the normal pin connector, this falls off kind of easily. And then another con would be these weird pin things. Granted, that's part of the set, I'll explain later, but it's just kind of weird to see them there all the time. Maybe they look like thumbs. And finally, the standard cons would be the gear function being too wobbly, however you've seen me fix that before, and the lack of moving operable elbows and knees. So that's Takanuva. All in all, he's a standard Toa, but he looks cool, and we like him because he looks cool. So let's look at the bulk of this set, his ride, the Usanui. Now in the story, the Usanui is made out of 6 Rakshi that the Toa Nuva and Takanuva defeat. I would like to point out something. How many Rakshi backs do you see on this set? That's right, 6. I find the story correspondence to be great. That is a fantastic nod to the movie. I love that. So let's start off the pros. Pros being, it looks like a cool, unique vehicle. This is arguably the first Bionicle vehicle, contended with the Boxer and the X-Toa. However, I see those more as mechs. It has a consistent color scheme of being nearly entirely yellow, of being nearly entirely gray and silver, which is nice. Like I said, it looks unique. It uses parts that correspond with the Rakshi in the movie, and it has a new recolored How. So I like that. Another pro would be its function. You see, you lift it up. You have a lever right here. It's the only red lever. And you pull this lever down, and the fins back here will go up. So you can like fly and swoosh and swing them around. That is nice. And then you push the lever back up, and he should, yeah, it does that. So that's great. Let's look at the cons now, though. Cons would easily be the obnoxious red lever. The red is extremely out of place, and I understand that is for younger people to understand. This does something. However, it does break the color scheme. Another thing that breaks the color scheme are, oh yes, the pins. The blue pins. Another con would be that if you are not careful, the standard, these will pop out and do their whole thingamabob. Another con that I have with this is that it's very front heavy. If you put it down, it threatens to bend the katana or just fall flat on its face. Another con is that this looks very bulked on. It does not look as smooth and streamlined as you may think. It just looks very bulky, in which adds to the top heaviness. And another con would be the open pins, and that kind of bugs me, and open ball joints. But that about covers the Usanui. What else can we do here? Well, here's what you do. Take Takanuva. You take his Staff of Light, and you connect it to a pin on his back, which is the first time this has officially been done, to my knowledge. You then take his head off. Yep, decapitation. You put it on like so. Arrange his arms, which is why one is not gear dependent, like so, and place him on the Usanui. There, like that. Take the pins, place them in the holes for the Borak shields. This may take a bit of getting to do and a little bit of stretching of his arms, but it works. And there you have it. Takanuva riding the Usanui. That is cool. I really enjoy that. In the story, I'd like to point this out. In the story, the how is actually Jala's how after he dies. Takanuva put it on there in commemorance of him. In the set, the how is dark gray, and I'm very happy they did that. If it was yellow, it would be blinding, obnoxious, it would stand out like a sore thumb. So I'm very glad they kept it a gray how, and not totally with the story. Speaking of masks, I would like to mention that this set also comes with an extra Avoki. Now this is translucent and a little bit glittery, and the reason for this is because the official explanation is that this is a Avoki in use. So that's cool. I mean, it adds a recolor, and it looks kind of cool, I suppose. You can use it for mocks. So overall, that is Takanuva. Is it good? Yeah, it can be good, and it's definitely nice to see they've corresponded with this story. Very nice. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review, and join me next week when I go over all of 2003 in an overview. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you hear me again next week.